Listen, if you work in IT, you already know the landscape is a complete maze. And frankly, considering a huge chunk of cloud breaches happen just because we messed up a simple configuration, yeah, it's a pretty terrifying one. The sheer volume of certifications, acronyms, and security frameworks out there can feel, well, totally overwhelming. But today, we're going to cut right through all that noise. In this explainer, we're taking the strategic, rock-solid security philosophy of IBM Zero Trust, and we're combining it with the massive training roadmap of Microsoft Azure to give you a clear, definitive path forward.
Welcome, focused learners. Today, we're putting you firmly in the driver's seat to solve the chaotic, everyday reality of managing identities and cloud assets. Because think about it, the modern enterprise doesn't just live inside four walls anymore. Data is literally everywhere. Users are everywhere. And the threats, they're constantly evolving. To survive this treacherous terrain, you absolutely need two things: a map to show you the lay of the land and a compass to keep you secure.
So, here's our game plan for today. 1. Navigating the cloud landscape. 2. The Zero Trust imperative. 3. Mastering Azure fundamentals. 4. Managing hybrid infrastructure. And finally, 5. Achieving expert cloud status.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, Navigating the Cloud Landscape, understanding the sheer complexity of modern networks.
Okay, before we can even think about specific Azure exams or training paths, we have to recognize the battlefield we're walking into. We've got interconnected APIs, legacy on-prem servers, and dynamic cloud-native apps just shouting at each other all at once. And I love this point from IBM. They highlight that in all this chaos, clarity, not perfection, is our ultimate baseline. I mean, perfection in a sprawling IT environment, that's a myth. But clarity, we can absolutely achieve that. We need to reveal exactly how users, contractors, and service accounts are accessing our data. Because if you don't know the dependencies and trust relationships living inside your network, you simply can't evaluate your real business risk.
Just think about the absolute web of connections in a modern setup. Every single pathway between a user and an application is a potential vulnerability if it's left unchecked. So, building a career in cloud computing isn't just about figuring out how to turn servers on. It's about purposefully designing and securing this crazy web. We really have to grasp this high-stakes problem of complex data flow before we blindly start cramming for certification exams or spinning up resources.
Which brings us to Section 2, the Zero Trust imperative. This is your compass for navigating cybersecurity. Remember the old days? If you were inside the corporate network, you were just automatically trusted. Yeah, well today that model is completely broken. We have to operate under the assumption that a breach could happen literally at any moment. And honestly, mastering the cloud means absolutely nothing if you aren't implementing least privilege access. This framework is the beating heart of Zero Trust. It's what prevents those catastrophic headline-making breaches where a hacker compromises some forgotten low-level service account and somehow waltzes right into the CEO's inbox. You have to ensure every single identity gets exactly the access they need to do their job, aligned perfectly to how sensitive the asset is, and absolutely nothing more.
So how do we actually pull this off? Well, by following these super specific implementation steps from IBM, we can anchor our entire technical journey in stopping real-world threats. First up, you've got to create a practical inventory of all your identities. Then, you track those silent, usually forgotten service accounts and API access points. Next, map out your applications everywhere they live. And finally, classify your assets. You've got to distinguish your absolute high-value business-critical targets from the lower-risk stuff so you can apply the most rigorous protections where they actually matter most. Okay, with this Zero Trust compass firmly in our grasp to keep us oriented, we're finally ready to build. We know how to think about security, now it's time to figure out what tools we're going to use to construct it. And for that, we turn to the Microsoft Azure ecosystem.
Moving into Section 3, Mastering Azure Fundamentals, setting the baseline for your cloud journey.
Now, the Azure catalog is massive. Actually, scratch that. It can feel like an endless labyrinth. But the good news is, you don't have to swallow the ocean all at once. Microsoft structures this as a really clear path. You start at the starting line if you're brand new. Then, you master the basics through associate-level administration. And once you've built that solid foundation, you branch out and grow into a specialized, expert role based on your specific career goals.
If you're totally new to this ecosystem, these 900-level fundamental exams are your absolute best entry points. AZ 900 gives you the broad strokes of cloud concepts and Azure architecture. If data solutions are your thing, you'll look at DP 900. If you're stepping into the wild, rapidly expanding world of AI, AI 900 is where you start. Or, hey, if you want to be the automation hero at your office, check out PL 900 for the Power Platform.
These exams set the vocabulary and the basic capabilities you need before you even think about deploying anything.
Which leads us to Section 4, Managing Hybrid Infrastructure. These are the core technical roles actually powering the modern enterprise.
Once you have the basics down, you step into the critical day-to-day associate roles. This is where the bulk of hands-on cloud management actually takes place. And notice how each of these roles provides a distinct toolset for enforcing that zero trust mandate we just talked about. The AZ-104 admin is out there deploying compute resources, while the AZ-500 security engineer is literally designed to implement the controls that protect your identities and data. And the AZ-700 network engineer, they make sure your critical data pathways aren't just sitting there exposed to the open internet.
Now here's a massive fork in the road for your career. Choosing whether you want to focus entirely on cloud-native solutions or bridge the gap back to on-prem servers. Because while AZ-104 is fantastic for pure cloud setups, the reality for most enterprises is that they are hybrid. That's exactly where the AZ-800 and AZ-801 exams come in. These admins have the incredibly complex job of juggling virtual machines, containers, and Active Directory across physical servers and the cloud. They're the ones executing workload migrations while keeping everything highly available and disaster-ready.
Finally, we reach Section 5, Achieving Expert Cloud Status, or as I like to call it, Designing the Future of the Enterprise. For those of you looking to truly lead IT transformations, this is where the map really opens up. You've mastered the fundamentals, you've managed the daily operations, and now you're ready to design the overarching strategy. You're no longer just configuring a single server, you're looking at the entire enterprise ecosystem and designing how the whole shebang fits together securely and efficiently.
Whether you're designing complete end-to-end business continuity solutions as an AZ-305 solutions architect or managing complex, highly specialized migrations like SAP workloads under AZ-120, these are the paths that validate your ultimate mastery. Take the AZ-400 DevOps engineer, for example. Their focus isn't even just technology. It's integrating people, processes, and products to enable continuous delivery. And the AZ-140 virtual desktop specialty? That's more relevant than ever for delivering remote apps, keeping that strict zero-trust posture even when your entire workforce is distributed around the globe.
So we've basically taken this giant alphabet soup of acronyms and aligned it with a rigorous, real-world security philosophy to give you a true roadmap. By keeping IBM's idea of clarity over perfection right at the front of your mind and using least privilege access as your compass, the vast, sometimes intimidating landscape of Microsoft Azure becomes entirely manageable. You know where to start, you know exactly how to build your core competencies, and you know how to scale all the way up to an expert level.
As we wrap up this explainer, the toolkit is laying right there on the table in front of you. The demand for professionals who understand both dynamic cloud infrastructure and strict zero-trust security has literally never been higher. You've got the map, you've got the compass. So, are you going to stay on the sidelines or are you going to start building?